Bom, vamos fazer a última missão aqui então. Puxa, meu cavalo, seu imbecil. Onde que é mais pra frente? Aqui.
Happen now?
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Kreyzl, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually...
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, hopefully I'll finally find out what the point of all this was.
Or not, until you try another dose of niter.
I wouldn't do that to him. Not today. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've... We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you. So you can...
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part!
No, Z-neck. First of all, I rather like them legs of his. And secondly, I think we've put him through enough suffering. This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistos and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Magnum opus. A great work of alchemy.
I see you've learned something after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
Some kind of weapon?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Actually, he's pretty spot on. Although weapons were our last order of business. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine, and my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go as soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense.
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, but in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious skunk. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, as was my.
So they kicked you out?
I didn't give them the pleasure. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
You mean alchemy?
Exactly. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine.
Keep it short, Kreyzl. I just want to know what it is you're doing here.
You're the one always asking questions. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized, explosive.
So I was right.
No, it's about much more than...
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own.
So he initiated...
But we're just still...
And we used up a...
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Tristi...
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up, and we found out that...
Some fella called Black Bear told. And that he even...
Feuerwerkbuch.
We can believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right...
And you know...
It's a discovery that will change history. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world.
And what will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our... Blackbird told never finished his book. Because he never had... But now, thanks to you, we do. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do. I hope you're as excited as I am.
Before we get... This book...
Everything you'd want to know about black powder. And especially how...
Do you...
We do. It's not even all the cows and...
What is it you're gonna...
During wartime, like it is now, if we had a few big barrels of the stuff, we could demolish...
All of us here are truly passionate about the...
What is it you...
I was supposed to...
God had...
I was supposed...
I was supposed...
You know, I've already...
How did a...
Prague is a big city, and a poor student has no learning to...
I've heard enough. Now I want to see them.
Let's do it.
Indeed, it is.
Tá. Meu Deus. Meu Deus, cara, vai explodir. Sai daí, seus doentes.
Looks like it ain't working.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
Pólvora de chumbo.
Long as you listen to me and keep the
maybe
proportions
90
right, you won't
No
fuck it
splinters,
up.
White ash.
Actually, listen to you if my ears ever stop ringing.
Kreyzl?
The fuse didn't catch immediately.
I told you there's no...
You really led me on about a golem made of dough.
Not exactly. I studied the writings of Bonavent, but they worked brilliantly. Ah, but
So for the last...
I'll do what I promised. I'm going to gather together all the knowledge. That's up to you. Lord Samin has no... You know, the inevitability...
That sounds somehow... Now I'm even happy.
The idea... Maybe it's time to... But if you're still interested in...
I know where to find...
Indeed.
That's all. We've been through a lot.
Have you not grown? I've told you plenty.
But I know about the...
That's a question to find yourself.
Show me your...
O que eu posso vender pra ele aqui? Isso aqui, isso aqui, isso aqui. Isso aqui. Isso aqui, isso aqui, isso aqui. Útil.
Let's talk about the pro...
500.
Fine.
Bônus de força. Boa, gente. Você tem mais facilidade de convencer os outros por gentileza. Se ganha mais 2 pessoas, a impressão além disso, as pessoas tentam resolver mais os crimes com você, me depois diretamente aos guardas. Mas cuidado, quanto mais perigosa sua aparência, melhor a chance deles pedirem ajuda aos guardas. As marcas criminais desaparecem 25% mais rápido. Com a cicatrização você venderá itens roubados. Gostei do boa, gente. E foi. Essa missão foi massa.